I am Musa and welcome back to the channel. This is the second episode of food review series that we started, and if you haven't watched the first episode, go and check it out. The link is in the description and it was amazing. Some good burgers. Today's episode was not intended because I already had my dinner and I was full to the neck. But because after every dinner I usually crave for something sweet, some desserts. And in fact that craving for the dessert was very specific. I just wanted something from a very renowned bakery in Lahore, that is one and only Layers. Layers is one of the most hyped and renowned for their amazing cakes, cheesecakes. So I tried searching it on Food Panda and Cheetah also and even their website, but I couldn't find their complete catalog anywhere. So yeah, the most popular things were there, but I wanted something more than that. And it is just nearby, like 10-15 minutes ride. So why can't I go myself? And why can't I take you guys along? Because dessert is something that we both like. So let me take you along with me to pick up some desserts. Beautiful desserts.
Yeah.
So we are back. You can see I have one box here and pressing the side, and a big bag here with 1, 2, 3 boxes of amazing desserts. So we have got a lot of desserts here. You see, we have got 3 boxes from the big bag and 1 box in this small bag. Let me show you their first initial appearance, or whatever you want to call it. Let me reveal these beauties. So starting off with the amazing Lotus cheesecake from Layers, and it looks delicious. And you know the food review is going to be amazing when we have a secondary camera that is just focusing on the food. So have a look. I'm not sure if I should unwrap it or not, but I have to because I have to see what is inside. There is a lot of whipped cream. Okay, so it is not whipped cream, it is, you see here we have a lot of cheese and something biscuity in the bottom, and obviously Lotus syrup on the top with some whipped cream around it. So let's taste it. Oh, it's flowing. Fingers crossed, let's have a bite. It is mildly tangy as a cheesecake should be, and a lot of biscoff, and it just melts in your mouth, and it is so amazing. Finger licking good, and the Lotus syrup is very sweet. Let's move on to the next dessert, which is apple pie. So now we have the apple pie from Layers. So I always loved apple pie. I remember vividly that I used to go to McDonald's in my childhood to have apple pie, and it used to be piping hot, and that is where the apple pie became my first love. Maybe this is the second. So usually I have read that apple pie is normally hot, but this one is cold from Layers, and they have recommended it to be served cold. So let's try it. Apple pie being one of my favorite desserts, I am really looking forward to it. Let's just break it apart and see what's inside. Oh, it's so soft. Can you see this? Because apple pie is one of my favorite desserts, my mouth is already watering. So let's have a bite. It is good, but I think so hot would be better. Other than that, the dough is kind of flaky, the bottom is very soggy. Yes, it is crispy on the top, soggy on the bottom, a lot of apples inside. Let me just go and quickly warm it up. So I microwaved it for 45 seconds, and it looks amazingly beautiful right now. Yeah, it looks same, but it kind of smells amazing. So let's give it a try after microwaving it, the warm apple pie. Obviously it is now more than just soggy. Oh yes. Sorry Layers if you are being offended by me warming up your apple pie, but it tastes amazing when it is warm. So let's move on to the next dessert, and which is, I guess, a cupcake. So here we have got a red velvet cupcake, and it is a little bit destroyed on the top, the whipped cream. In fact, this whipped cream is also with the cream cheese, and yeah, it is a little bit destroyed because of the ride back home. Let me unwrap it. Look at this delectable beauty. Let me just cut it through. Where is my knife? Yes. Perfectly moist cheesecake, a lot of whipped cream, in fact, which is actually the cream cheese. It looks so beautiful. Let's give it a try. I cannot wait anymore. I want to just try the sponge alone. Let's see. I just had that artificial flavor type feeling. So yeah, it is good, but the flavor is a little bit overdone. Usually it tastes really good, but today I think so there is a little bit overdose of the flavor. Let's move on to the next dessert because I cannot wait for the last one. So let's go for the peanut butter stack. which is a brownie, peanut butter brownie. So here we have got the peanut butter stack. They call it peanut butter stack. It is actually a brownie. Look at the layers. A lot of peanuts on it and beautiful layers. Peanut butter in the middle, peanuts on the top with a layer of peanut butter, and then beautiful sponge, moist. Let's give it a try. Let me cut it through and see the beauty from inside. Look at this. Apparently it is like 10 out of 10. So I have got a sweet tooth. I love desserts. I love sweet things. But I don't know why this feels so overpowered. It feels like it is less of a peanut butter stack and more of a chocolate stack. It just feels like the chocolate is over dominant. Like it is just dominating all the flavors. And the peanut butter is like way behind the chocolate. Not something like out of this world, but yeah, it is okay. Fine. Let's move on. There are better things to come. So now we have got one of the most exciting things from the stack, which is an MnM Cup Cake. So there are small little bits of M&Ms, a little bit of here, crushed M&Ms, a little bit of here, and yeah, a little bit of brownie here. Let's unwrap it. The sponge of cupcakes is amazing. You see. Oh, look at this beauty and the velvety chocolate layer on it. Amazing. So this was a big bite because I wanted to have everything, a little bit of everything in it. The sponge is amazing, perfect, sweet as it should be. The chocolate is not overpowering, even though it is completely chocolate still. You can feel the difference between the sponge, the chocolate and the M&Ms, the shells of M&Ms, the crushed M&Ms. So yeah, it was amazing. This is a must-try thing. The crunchy M&Ms, they are also amazing. And everything is separated. Nothing is dominating. Everything is together making a beautiful flavor. It is like a blast of flavors, but everything is so balanced. So now let's move on to the next brownie, which is the Cadbury Brownie. So here we have got the Cadbury Dairy Milk Brownie from Layers. And it looks beautiful. It is like, it doesn't has a very big layer of chocolate in between, and I hope it is not overpowering. It looks beautiful and I hope it tastes beautiful too. This is the texture on the top. Let's have a bite. It is Cadbury. Nostalgic. It is of the same taste of the Cadbury Dairy Milk, which I used to have now and then when I was in school. So yeah, it is nostalgic and nothing overpowering here. The chocolate is amazing. Obviously, chocolate is dairy milk. The sponge is amazing. It is moist. It is a good dessert for somebody who loves dairy milk. Let's move on to the last dessert, which is my all-time favorite from the day I started going to Layers. So this is one of the most popular desserts from Layers. This is Lotus 3 milk Sundae. You can see Lotus Biscoff on the top, crushed, and then layers of 3 milk cake, chocolate, some Biscoff here, some 3 milk again, and this is some Biscoff paste. So yeah, I love it, and this is one of the most running items of layers. So let's dig in. And I'm going to go deep. I want to have all the layers. You see, you can see all the layers in one bite. Some Biscoff, some 3 milk, chocolate, Biscoff, and Biscoff paste. Let's go for it. No complaints. This is the best. In fact, this is my favorite thing from Lay's. And yes, among all the desserts that we have tried today, this one stays at the number one. The moment of truth. I'm not sure if I should rate these desserts or if I should rank them, because ranking is somewhat easier because everything was amazing. So obviously I'm going to rank it the number one because I love it and this is one of the most running items. On the number two, I'm going to rank Cadbury Brownie because obviously I love Cadbury Dairy Milk. It is nostalgic, the beautiful flavor, the balanced flavor, in fact, nothing overdone. On the third, I'm going to go for the MnM Cup Cake. It was amazing, the texture was amazing, the chocolate, sponge and M&M could be differentiated. It was amazingly done. On the fourth, I'm going to go for the apple pie. Even though it is my favorite, but still it was cold and it was not that amazing. On the fifth, I'm going to rank the cheesecake because I am not a very big fan of cheesecakes and it was a bit tangy. And yeah, it was flowing everywhere. So yes, I have had cheesecakes earlier, but let me show it to you. In fact, it is becoming like messy. It is just flowing out of its base. You can see here it is. Here is the base. The cheesecake is like till here. You can see the cheese is overflowing till here. The base is here. So yes, I have had cheesecakes a lot of times before this and they never flowed out of their base. So it is very messy. On the number 6, I am going to go for the red velvet cupcake. It is amazing usually, but today the flavor was like a bit more dominating and was like feeling like artificial. So I am going to rank this a 6th. So now moving on to the last in the list is the peanut butter stack because it was nothing like peanut butter stack. It was far from peanut butter stack. It should be named like chocolate stack. So this was today's review for Lay's Bakeshop. It is one of the best bake shops in Lahore. If you have a sweet tooth, you should definitely visit it. It is a must try place and you should definitely try this. This is amazing. With that being said, thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.